Good morning. I hope that we have some people joining us this morning, and by us, I mean me. So, good morning. I am Dr. Wilhelmina, and my passion is bringing you all wellness tips, wellness information, and also doing beauty product reviews. And I have fun doing it. So, come back often. This is fun. So, our topic today is drama. Do you have drama? Do you have unexpected drama? Do you have situations that unexpectedly turn to the wrong way, the way you didn't intend it? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. Do you create the drama? So, do you get sucked in? Like sometimes you get sucked into some drama. You're like, how did we get here? How am I in this drama, right? So, we're going to talk about this. I have a full article on the information, and there's great tips in there. Very simple. So, let me put my glasses on because I really can't see my information. So, we're going to first talk about what we really consider drama. Like work can be drama, it can be hectic. Relationships can be challenging. Also, people demand your time, whether work or home or whatever. Um, we're not as prepared. Like what happened to me this morning. I have no internet here at home. I have no, with my Spectrum, I have no internet. Things haven't been working for a few days. Knowing I had a video on Saturday, you'd think I would have contacted them. No, I have a MiFi, so instead I'm on my MiFi. So if I'm not coming in clearly to you or there's some issues, let me know so I can fix it or I'll probably get off because that's all I have is my MiFi. But not being prepared, that's drama. Trying to figure out what you're going to do. Um, you have family frustrations, uh, too much to process. With all this, you could have all of these at one time. And with all this, it's just too much to process. So I'm going to pull up that article, like I said. Sometimes when this happens, or most times, stress ensues, right? And that's where the drama is drama and stress together. But we sometimes bring this on ourselves. We know these situations are unpredictable. You can't predict the drama. Well, sometimes you can, right? But maybe you're not thinking about it. You're not in the moment thinking about what you're doing at the time. Hey, Telby, glad you're watching. So, I will have tips for you later. We'll get into that. But a lot of this is holding on to ideas that don't match the reality. There's the reality of the situation, and there's what you think or want to happen. And let me give you an example. Maybe work. Maybe I like this example. You have employees and you put out your policies and procedures, but they're not happening in that way. And initially, maybe it's a oops or a hiccup, right? But when it continues, it doesn't match, and you have expectations for things to happen a certain way. It doesn't match, right? So there are actions that you have to take in order to try to fix the situation or relieve this drama because that's going to be drama. So what you really need to do is lean into it. Lean into whatever the situation is so you can bring awareness to yourself, so you can understand the situation instead of having these ideas of what you think it should be. Maybe relationships are challenging, right? You might have an idea of what your relationship is and it may not be what reality is, right? Lean into it, have your conversations, relieve that drama or stress by doing that. uh, so these things don't just walk into your life out of nowhere. So that's where we're getting into, you bringing these situations, creating them, um, hanging out with people that can be dramatic and bring the drama to the situation. Another one is also um, having this mindset that brings drama, detrimental mindset that brings drama to your life. So, again, allowing yourself to rediscover the fundamental goodness within you that's presented in every moment. If you're in the moment and you understand you're really being aware, allow yourself to rediscover fundamental goodness of this moment that's always available to you wherever you're willing to focus. And did I tell y'all where I got this article from? This article is on markandangel.com, and it's all about drama. So there are some mantras that help you. And these are some kind of tips, mantras, tips. These are more tips. So, like I said, needless drama doesn't walk into your life out of nowhere. You either create it, invite it, or associate with those that bring it. So, I have a good example. So, you're at an event and you have a family member or a friend that you know is going to get drunk and act stupid, fall out, and all this stuff. And that's a little bit of a judgment, right? But it still happens. It's reality. You know that. And you invite this person to this special event you have. Like, let's say because this didn't happen. But when I went to the class reunion, I brought a few friends that weren't from our specific class, but I brought a few friends. Now, if one of those were one of those people, I was going to be highly embarrassed around all these people that I brought this person that's falling out drunk and acting stupid, right? So, with knowing that, I invited it, right? Because I knew ahead of time this wasn't the place for me to invite them unless they had their stuff together because I'm going to be really embarrassed. I'm really going to care about what people think. And so I know me and I'm inviting this drama because here I brought this person along that was, you know, going to react this way. But also along with that, do your best not to judge people because you don't know the sorrows. Like that person, I don't know the sorrows or the pain that brought them to that place. So I want to uh, be empathetic in that situation. Um, and if I can't speak a kind word, don't say anything. Don't just, they're already struggling. It's not a place to do that. And if someone else cannot say a kind word, don't feed into it. That's drama. Don't don't join in and be like cackling with them about that person because you people don't always tell you what they're going through and the difficult time they've had or they're having even in the moment and why they're drinking. Like I could see somebody doing, and I'm not judging people that drink. I'm just saying that person that went overboard and acted a dang fool at the event may may not may have been through a lot and you don't know and they may not be telling you. That didn't happen at our event, but if it had, let's go to thank you, Telby. You're right. The next one. Most people make themselves unhappy simply by finding it impossible to accept life just as it is presenting itself right now. Be mindful. I'm a dreamer. I don't know about y'all. Some of us are dreamers. People say Pisces are dreamers. I'm a Pisces. And you dream or think that a situation is the way it is, and it's not. So, like I was talking about work, you think that you got it all under control, and these people are gonna be appropriate. Sometimes people just break rules, and they're just not gonna do it. So that's why you have to take action, right? And it's important to take that action. Um, or let's say today I accepted that my internet was out. I just assumed, oh yeah, this is gonna be fine. I'm gonna do this real good. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna do my live and make it a podcast, and it's gonna be wonderful, right? But I wasn't really in the moment of that, realizing that I didn't have Spectrum. I didn't have anything else. I had this MiFi. and I was afraid it might not carry the signal, which it is. So I'm happy about that. But fortunately, it worked out, but it could have not worked out. So let's go to the next one. When you are no longer able to change the situation, you are challenged to change yourself. And that changes everything. So you might have to change your thoughts on it because there might be a situation you cannot change. I was talking about work from a perspective of a supervisor, but you could be the employee that's sitting next to that person and working with them every day, and you can't change it. You can tell your supervisor about the situation, but maybe it's something you can't even tell your supervisor, or maybe it's a situation that's just not going to change. Maybe the supervisor isn't doing anything about it. Does that mean you got to be in that drama, or that you have to continue dealing with that drama? Take yourself out of the situation if you can. Don't worry about whether there will be problems. There will be plenty of them, and you'll work your way through every one of them. Just keep that in mind. You'll work your way through it. When you focus your heart and your mind upon a purpose and commit yourself to fulfill the purpose through small daily steps, positive energy floods into your life. So, when you change your way of thinking about these situations and be in the reality of it, uh, it allows you to. What I find is it allows me to let go, like let go of that stress, that idea of, what I wanted. Um, like maybe in a relationship, let go of it. Just let go and let God, right? Just you change yourself, what you think, you change your thoughts about it. And that's why you have to be in the moment and present to understand what's going on, the real reality of it. Yep, you're right, Telby. If nothing else is changing for the better, might be a walk away. Um, there are things you'll have to do, meaning changing your perspective. Yeah, and you might have to walk away from it, the situation. That's not always the answer, but you might have to. Like I could have not did this live today. I could have just skipped it. And because I knew I didn't have internet and it would have relieved everything. But I really worked hard to make it happen. I worked my way through it. Christina, I didn't tell you who wrote the article. Let me go to it. The article is called 10 Powerful Mantras to Stop Drama in Your Life. And the person that wrote the article is, I'm in it right now. Oh, Angel Chernoff. But the website is markandangel.com. Sorry, it took me a second to get to that. Sorry. Um, okay. Thank you, Christina, also for watching. And let's say we're all human, and I'm telling you all this stuff. It doesn't mean that I always do it, but this is a good frame of mind to come from. Okay, let's go to where I was. Where was I? That was number 4 that we just went through. Number 5, don't bother worrying about whether there will be problems. Oh, no, that was number 5. Sorry, we did number 5. So, number 6, worrying is a misuse of your incredible creative energy. We know that. When you worry, you can't be focused on this creativity. Like some days, I find that I am just so creative. My ads are good. My content is good. I'm just flowing in creativity. But when I'm worried, or when a person is worried, you're stuck in that and all that clutter, and it's not going to allow you to be creative. And if you're creative and you know what I'm talking about, you can't be sitting around worrying about situations. So be present, get your awareness about the situation, and decide where you're going to move from there. When you focus your heart and your mind upon purpose and commit yourself to fulfill that purpose through small daily steps, positive energy floods into your life. Totally, I've experienced this, and I'm sure you have in your success, to focus your heart and mind on your purpose. Don't let all those distractions of drama come in and harm your creativity or your positive energy flow. And just because somebody has a negative thought, that's right, Christina, spiraling. It can spiral that way when you're worried. You can be in that worry and just keep spiraling down that rabbit hole, right? So then you're not above ground and free to create. And I never really thought I was a creative person, actually. People would ask me about events and doing things, and I'd be like, I'm really not that creative. But once you let go of all that negative energy and telling yourself that you're not creative or you can't do something, once you let all that go, you can be so creative and do so much. You just start going and you learn and you get online and you get on YouTube and you get into groups where people are doing things similar to you and you start learning how to do things that you never thought you could do. I am the queen of some marketing messages and putting them into an ad and posting them. I do it at work, and I'm better at work because I do it in my personal life on these side jobs. So I'm even better. It's made me, I've gotten into groups that do the same thing. I've learned so much. So release all that negativity and don't be drawn to it and don't be drawn into the drama and the conversations of drama and negativity, and you will find you're open and receptive to positive and creativity. And that was number 7. Number 8, it's okay to make mistakes. This was a big one for me, and Christina can tell you. Um, that's how you get wiser. Give yourself a break. Don't give up or give in to negativity. Good things take time, and you're getting there. Yeah, I can remember, and Christina, you can verify this, when I made a huge mistake when I was at work. Christina was my coworker, and I couldn't let it go. I kept beating myself up, and my supervisor was beating me up about it too. But I mean, I just was so stuck in negative that I felt like, oh, I can't do this. Christina helped me out, and I had a mentor that helped me out. And after that, I was just like free flowing, ready to go. And it was just beautiful, right? Thank you, Christina. If you're still on, I appreciate your help you gave me. And if you don't remember, we can talk about it later. You're just such a kind, giving person. So don't stay stuck in whatever those mistakes were. Give yourself a break, step back from it, and say, okay, this was bad. How can I fix it? What can I do to make this better the next time I hit this situation? And then search out people that can help you. Search out um, solutions to whatever was going on. Don't beat yourself up. It'll be better the next time. Just do those things. The next one, work hard. Oh, sorry. Next one is remember, letting go of drama isn't about having the ability to forget the past. It's about having the wisdom and strength to embrace the present. And that's what we're talking about, embracing the present and going from there and taking the actions you need to uh, make the situation better for you. Work hard on silence. Do what you have to do. This is number 10. And ignore the drama and negativity surrounding you. Just if it's the situations or people, learn to work in silence. Not easy for me. And by silence, that's like even by sitting still and being present and, thinking about being aware of the situation and how you can better it for you. Not the spiral we just talked about. Not people coming at you talking about negativity and people negatively, because that does affect your energy. Now you're in the negative. You ever work in a place where you had that one person that was really, really negative? Can't say I wasn't ever that person. Every day it's like, oh, I gotta be here. Oh, work sucks. After a while that grinds on your nerves, right? And not just that, you find yourself being sucked in, like I said earlier, sucked into that negativity. If you're around that person that likes to talk about people all the time in a negative way, not saying, you know, sometimes we all have our time moments, right? Judging, right? But that person that judges and they're constantly coming from that frame of reference, well, it can be tiring, it can be annoying, and it can get on your nerves. Don't be that person. Be present to what's going on. And okay, so that was it for my topic. It's anybody anything to say, we can cover it. You got about 2 seconds. So this was about drama and how drama comes into your life unexpectedly sometimes. But sometimes you bring it or you create it, or the people you're hanging out with are those people that are dramatic and bring it to you. So remember, be present in the situation, be aware and recognize these situations. This is Dr. Wilhelmina. If you found this information helpful, share it with someone. You can always go to my YouTube, and it is I am Dr. Wilhelmina. You can go there and pick up any of the videos and rewatch yourself. Make sure you like. Also, come back and join me next week. I have a speaker. Well, I'm going to do a collaboration with someone next week, and it's going to be about education, more on the child's level, not necessarily adult. But if we get into that, we do, because it's just going to be a conversation. So we go where we go. And this woman is dynamic and full of energy and happens to be a family member. So next week, join me and we'll have a great time. Thank you, Telvi. I know this is a great topic because we all get sucked in. And then when it happens, sometimes we join the conversation, or sometimes we bring it on ourselves. Like I said, bringing the person to the event that you knew was going to act up. Or we have expectations that aren't reality. And there's your drama. So share this with your friends if you need to. Thank you for joining me. See you next week. Bye.